One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Glad to have you with us from SB Ballard Stadium in Norfolk, home to the Dominion Monarchs. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Old Dominion Monarchs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. No shot to return. As he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll leave it with the lone back. At the 35, he's got room. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Off play action on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Behind the chains now on second and long. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Turning it on! They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run.
He's loose. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Old Dominion.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, we got to be able to hit on them, and you saw one right there that time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and in tune and on the same page early.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Looking to throw, it's Duggan. Fires to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Let's take a minute and think about Tulane. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Yeah, we hurt people over here.
After a very short game.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. There he goes. Ripping through the defense. They finally get him stopped. This veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And you can see why it's so tricky for a defense to have to stop these draw plays. Everything the offense is doing is telling you pass. The quarterback, the offensive line, the running backs delaying. You've taken your deep drop in coverage, and now you've got to rally and find the football.
Throws toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it. You can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense.
ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Going to try to get it himself.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
The give to the lone running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Fires on the move. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come-to-Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but...
Oh, trickeration. He's throwing it. On the move, he fires. And the pass is incomplete. They thought they had the fake all dialed up, and it did not work. They managed to get the throw off, but couldn't get the completion. You always wonder, why not just leave the offense out there and run a pass play? From the shotgun, they'll run it. Makes a man miss. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Tulane. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their...
Touchdown, Tulane! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. And wait just a second, the officials going
his foot was not down. His foot was not down.
You don't have much space.
Second down.
Sideline, and he put that thing right on the outside of the sideline where his receiver could go make a play. Not only does he make the play, I'm pretty sure he got a foot in bounds, and that's a great touchdown catch. What a playmaker.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Dropping back, it's DeMarco. Buys a little extra time. At the 35, he's loose. Breaks into the open. He's finally run out of bounds, but not before a huge gain.
And it's plays like that that galvanize a home crowd. Just listen to this place right now. It was an awesome job on the scramble, getting what he could get, breaking free, and creating an explosive play. But this is where the home field advantage really kicks in. You get this crowd and this volume rocking, man, they are hard to beat at home when they sound like that.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Quarterback extends the play. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
You love that decision if you're the head coach. You're trying to throw it in the end zone. Nothing's there. Good job by the quarterback, tucking it and running and just getting what he can get.
How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now 3rd and goal. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he will take it in. Touchdown, ODU. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Duggan. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Rolling right and going deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing it away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Guys, Old Dominion has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
The Monarchs come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. On the run, still looking. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike. We've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
And the Monarchs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Trying play action. Going for it all. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
I like the play call there. I know it falls incomplete, but you're in the defensive side of the field right now, and you're going back to the guy that's already scored a touchdown for you. This guy has stepped up. He's made a play. So if I'm on offense, I keep throwing him the football.
Back to throw, it's DeMarco. Now improvising. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And I really like the belief and the discipline by this QB because he drops back. He wants to throw the football. He sees it's covered, but he says, I can go get it, and takes off and barely gets enough for the first down. But way to pull the trigger, run it, and run it with authority.
He's up to 51 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Monarchs!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the field.
And tackled there by the defense.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
To the air, it's Duggan. Makes the grab on the left. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Tulane right back to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They just keep firing. Got a man. It's Brown. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Timeout, ultimate.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Zings it complete to the right. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Tulane lines up on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. A 51-yard field goal is not really unreasonable in terms of range, but they'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the 1st down.
I love the aggressive nature offensively there. It's 4th down, and you're going to try and go for it. And you have so much confidence in your quarterback to be able to make that play, come up with a good throw, keep the drive alive.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Motion from the back. Direct snap. It's Cruz. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? QB draw. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. After this long of a drive, you have to cap it off with a touchdown, and here comes 3rd and goal. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Stumbled to the ground. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds to go here in the 1st half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the 1st half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. And his slip's just inside that right upright. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this 2nd half started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a 1st down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Dropping back, it's Duggan. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the third quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time. And an even better job in the back end of the secondary being ready for it. It just feels, guys, in this game like the defense is staying one step ahead.
Takes it from the gun on third down. It's complete to the left. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. He's got it, first down and more. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown, Green Wave. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And what a great play call there on fourth down. You know, they script and practice these all throughout the week. You've got to be able to call something that you know you can run in your sleep. Beautiful execution on that fourth down play for a touchdown.
He's in there for the two-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. To the air, it's DeMarco. Moves around to clear up the vision. On the run, fires downfield. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Just such a nice job by him, understanding his responsibility in that cover 2 zone scheme. He's just floating over the middle of the field. He's just very aware of tight ends and running backs around him. And as soon as he sees color, as soon as he sees an intended target, he's already running that way. He's able to jump the throw and pick it.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Got his man downfield. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
Trying to surge it in. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Slams ahead. Touchdown, Green Wave. An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Wake Forest is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but look at that score. This is a close game. They're up by a field goal over USF. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Handoff to the lone back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unleashes one. A strike downfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
They'll run play action. Fires to the middle. Right on the money. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks at the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Monarchs have it with a 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's DeMarco. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back. Nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
And the Monarchs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Monarchs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Tight end now in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Tight ends are supposed to be the quarterback's security blanket, especially down here in the red zone. And that time, he just dropped it.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Leaves it with the running back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Quarterback making checks. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Old Dominion. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
Nah, that's a touchdown, buddy. He had both feet in. Don't challenge it.
When you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air.
I told you, that's a dot.
So he took
That's a dot.
Using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Duggan. Rushes on him. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts. But I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
So the final period starts with a second down play. Motion from the wideout. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Good news is they didn't lose a ton of yards. The bad news is that's the third sack they've given up now in this game. They have got to do a better job protecting this quarterback.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Caught close to the marker, it's Cruz. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. They'll go to the ground. Look out, he's got room. What a play there, and he rips up a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
You shook the fuck out of me.
What perfect execution on that big run. Everything
I ain't never been shook like that before. What?
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
He'll throw it. He's got the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Defense in press coverage. To the ground with the back. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
He caught it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Really nice play call there, because the defense might have been thinking on third and short in the red zone, they're probably going to run the football. Instead, they throw it, catch them off guard, and now they've got first and goal.
And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the fourth. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. See if they can get it done on second and goal. Here we go. Looking to pass. It's Duggan. Quarterback floating away from pressure.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
If they can pay off this third and
Get off the phone with Joe. He can't help you right now.
A little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. He'll ride his man on the option. Running toward the goal line. It's a fumble. To the defense, it was opportunistic. To the offense, it was catastrophic. A blown opportunity to score and take the lead.
And man, it's been a physical ball game, and I think you're starting to see the wear and tear on some of these ball carriers for this offense. They just don't seem like they've got the same ball security and the same desire to hold on and squeeze the football. I think at this point of the game, the defense better conditioned, and they just want it more.
The give as they work on that clock. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. To the air, it's DeMarco. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Finds a seam. The 30. The 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, ODU. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UCLA is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Southern California for some time. They're up by 22 over San Diego State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and he's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. At the 45 on its way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front, get some push, and ball security, David. That's a premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Power football with the run. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. He wants to change this route. Back to throw, it's DeMarco. Keeps looking downfield. Bought a little time, lets it go. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the Monarchs line up to punt it away. Might want to stick with kicking this time after misfiring on the last fake. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. The DBs will back off a bit. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Brown. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
To the air on second down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big IN.
Oh,
finally the defense makes a play, David. It looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Boy, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Powell.